My name is Hannah Gamble, and I am the co-owner and manager of Eightfold Farms in Benton, Louisiana. My mother is the other owner, and we both love horses and riding, and that was kind of why we built this place.
I'm Sydney Elliott. I am riding this weekend for Hannah Gamble and Carol Gamble with Eightfold Farms. This weekend we have a very, very big event across the street, Holly Hill Farms. They have one of the largest 3-day eventing facilities in the South, I would say. They have about 250 competitors.
And yeah, so people come from Arkansas. I think there's some people from North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama, really from, all over. So it's great that there's an outdoor event that draws people outside. And for those of you who don't know what 3-day eventing is, it has been described as the equestrian triathlon. There are 3 different phases, the first of which being dressage, which is sort of like ballet on horseback, where the horse and rider pair are required to perform a series of movements, and then they're graded on those movements. Cross country is the second phase in the 3-day eventing horse trial, because that is meant to be the endurance phase. Historically, that was a test of the horse's ability to gallop and jump over a long period of time over obstacles that they would naturally find, say, just on a French or European countryside. The third phase is referred to as stadium or show jumping, and that is supposed to be a test of the horse's agility and ability to come back after that endurance piece. And so in this phase, the horse and rider pair jump a series of obstacles in an enclosed arena with jumps that can easily be knocked down.
This weekend is a very unique experience because we will also be dressing up in costume for Halloween. That was a huge incentive for me because it's so much fun. It adds another element to the whole event.
This particular event, Holly Hill, is always around the weekend right before Halloween or right on Halloween, and so they have an annual costume contest that is a huge draw, and pretty much every single level of rider or every single division has competitors that compete in this costume contest and really compete to win. It's very impressive that A, you spend that much effort on your costume, and then B, you can ride and complete this test and this course while all in costume. So it adds a fun and challenging element to this particular event.
This weekend we'll have, with Hannah's horses, we have Marilyn, who is competing the very basic level, which is starter. This is her first time out. So we want it fun and happy and, very confidence building.
She is competing in the starter division this weekend, and that's because it is her first event ever. She is a very experienced jumping horse, but she has not actually completed a 3-day event.
And then we have Fallon, who is doing beginner novice, one level above.
Fallon is a young mare, but she is real easy to work with. She's pretty laid back, and any kid can get on that horse and she will not do anything wrong.
She's very green to the sport, so we want to have everything is very positive, encouraging. We want, we're trying to build up, for years to come and their education. It should be, what they can do, not what they can't. And then we have Charlie, who is a very talented horse, and he's running novice this weekend.
Charlie is he's always ready. He's on his toes all the time. So that horse is one of the best horses in the barn.
He is a horse with a lot of personality and character. We call him Gumby sometimes because he can move into all sorts of different positions, especially when you're on his back.
He has got the most character out of any horse that we have out here, and he should have a very good, easy run for him.
We have a very close-knit community, and I'll pick up your horse poop, you'll pick up my horse poop, I'll carry your water bucket. If your horse is lame, you can ride mine. It's one of those sorts of things that shirt off my back community, and it is something that is very sacred, and it drew me back to a hometown that I never thought I would come back to. And it's been very nice living in Benton and being with the horse community.
We are volunteers with the Gator Bayou Pony Club, and there's our pin that we all wear. And we are happy to be volunteers and support this club and support this event because we love horses and we love the relationship that Pony Club teaches each member to care and love the horse and develop a trusting relationship.
We found this property back in 1987. It was a barbed wire cattle pasture. There was no buildings on it, no barns. I grew up doing this eventing, 3-day eventing, so I wanted to do that again. It's just a great sport for amateurs and for kids. It's great. My girls grew up doing this sport and teaches a lot of responsibility.
I've been riding horses for about 5 years, but I recently started eventing about 1.5 years ago. It's about grit. If I would say anything, it's about grit, determination, and mental strength.
It is very different from any other sport, I think, especially, you know, when you think about the Olympics. We're the only ones that have, you know, a living, breathing animal that is our partner. So it does change things quite a bit, and how you go out to tackle the day and what you're doing. You know, each second it can change.
We're so lucky to be able to ride a horse. Any day that you're on a horse is an incredibly special time. And so in this sport in particular, it's very humbling. You don't get a lot of success. It's not like other hunter jumper or different, where you get a lot of ribbons for every class you enter, sort of thing. There's like 20 people in the one division for the whole weekend, and you might get one ribbon in eventing. And so we clearly don't do it for the prizes, or, you know, that's not why we do it. We do it for the love of the horse and the love of the sport, and it's why we're here.
He was great. He was really excited leaving the start box, and I had to let him have a little fun in the beginning, the first half, and let him kind of gallop a little faster than he should have. So we just got done with Fallon's beginner novice test, and she was a trooper with all the costume going on. She was amazing. We had a couple mistakes, but I think we'll take it considering all the stuff we've put on her and done to her today. She was incredible. All right, so Fallon just finished her first beginner novice, and she worked very hard this weekend. We finished up our show jump course, which was a double clear. I'm super proud of her. I may have made a couple mistakes in there, and she just picked up my slack, and she was a superstar. Her first time in the dressage ring, she was lovely. She was so good. Very proud of her. Now we're switching horses again and getting ready for cross country. All right, so we just finished with Charlie's novice dressage test. Just a little recap. He was very good, very obedient, but maybe we needed a little more energy. I thought the cold front that came through might spark his interest, but obviously not. He was quite lazy as soon as we went down center line. All right, so we just finished her first cross country course, and she was spectacular. Spooky, scared of a lot of stuff out there, but we managed. I think she had fun. I think she was proud of herself. Good girl.